So, starting the topic, alternating current. I hope you already studied this thing in your class 12 standard, but due to the COVID, the class was not going well in the previous year. That's why you get some difficulty over this topic. I think some of in your class they might be well prepared about this or well known about this topic. So today I'll going to discuss the basic fundamental things. Okay. So what do you mean by alternating current? It is a current that flows only in one direction. That is called the alternating. If a current which is flows in the both direction, and it may change its direction as well as magnitude, then it can be called as a alternating current. So if you plot a graph for alternating current, that is the alternating current means the alternating waveform, then if it becomes I or it becomes V and it becomes T, the x-axis denotes the time, that is the alternating current means it is a time varying current, means it is dependent upon time. So if you plot the graph, it may be sinusoid in nature, it may be triangular in nature, it may be square wave like this. So the component, the current which is used, which is alternate its position with respect to time, is called the alternating current. So the symbol we use for the alternating current is nothing but this. This is a AC symbol. Okay, AC symbol. So what is about the direct current or DC current? The current which flows in one direction only, that is called the direct current. That is, if you plot the waveform of the direct current, it is also dependent upon time, and if this is I and T, I and V, then the nature of the graph, it becomes like this, or it become a steady current, that is the pure DC like this, or it become a triangular current like this. Okay, so this is the direct current. So if you consider this as positive half and this as negative half, so you see that in this waveform the current flows only in one direction, and there may be some variation in magnitude. It means that their magnitude may or may not be constant for the entire period. Now, so according this, if you consider this is positive and this is negative, then this is become a positive side and this is become a negative side, and you see clearly, you see that the current is changing its domain, that is the once positive and again it is going to the negative. So these are the basic concept of the direct and alternating current, and the symbol of the direct current is this is the plus positive plate, this is the negative plate, this is the DC symbol. Okay, now how the alternating current can be generated? So you know that generator is the source of alternating current. So if a generator is generating alternating current, means a conductor is, if it is a north pole. Did you clearly see this? ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है देखने में?
No, sir.
So the magnetic lines of force are coming out from the north and going to the south. You know, all of you. So if you place one conductor like this, then it starts rotate anti-clockwise. This is, we can get it from E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. This is Lenz law. Is it Lenz law? So E is nothing but the induced EMF. And in the earlier I have told that if there is a voltage, then there is obviously a existence of current. So if there is a voltage, so there is a existence of current. It means that it's the path which it's follow is nothing but a circular path, like this. So how current can be flow? If a charge can be displaced, that is, if a charge is if a charge is rotates anti-clockwise, then you can say that the current is flowing, and the path which current flows, that path is noted by a signal. So how a AC signal? So this is the current. Current is a property of that is a charge, and if the path this is this sinusoid, or this the rectified sinusoid, these are called the alternating, not alternating current. These are the waveform or the signal of the alternating current. Did you get my point? So what kind of element charge is, that is, what type of charge is it? Is it a vector or it is a scalar? It is a scalar quantity. So as charge is a scalar quantity, so it has only magnitude and no direction. If this is a q amount of charge and it at t is equal to 0, it starts rotate. Now what is the replica of this charge at when t is equal to 0? It is from here, you can project this the position of the charge in a spatial coordinate. This is a spatial coordinate is 0. When this charge comes to this place, then the replica, the projection of the charge in this spatial coordinate is this. Again it starts rotating. It is as it is continuous rotating, so after some time it reach to the maximum value, that is here is the maximum value, and if you project it again, you can get another point. Did you get the concept? Now again it comes from here to here. Again the replica, that is the projection of it, is like this. Like this you can rotate one total this charge in the entire circular path, and you take the projection of the each and every instant of that current, then you get this waveform. Again when it starts rotating in the negative half, that is the replica of this, the projection of this charge at that time t. This is t at 0, t1, t2, t3, t4, this is t5 is like this. When it reaches in this position at t6, the replica of the charge is over here like this, it is over here. Again when it come back to the t is equal to 0, means where it starts, that is when it completes one complete rotation, then the projection of the charge is over here. So you just join the point and you get a waveform. That waveform is nothing but the alternating in nature, that's why it is a alternating quantity. Did you get my point? Did you get my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now some terms I can discuss about the related to the alternating quantity. I think that is the first is the waveform. What is waveform? What is actually waveform means if there is a charge, if you apply some force and then it starts displace in a path, that path which the charge follow due to the external force is nothing but its waveform. So waveform is nothing but a graph. It is nothing but a graph. It is nothing but a graph. Okay, so in which the instantaneous value of any quantity is plotted against time. It means in each and every instant you can plot. Means there is a, you take 4, 5, 6, 7,000, 1 lakh instant, and for each and every instant you get one coordinate of the charge, and if you join that coordinate, then you get one path, that is called a graph, which is nothing but a waveform. So this is the basic fundamental of the waveform. Now, what do you mean by cycle? What is cycle? So, one complete set of positive and negative value of an alternating quantity is called the cycle. So this is a waveform. I again draw the waveform. So this is a positive and negative. This is a positive value, this is a negative value. So this positive and negative value entire together is called the cycle. Now, what is frequency? You know, I think, what is frequency? The number of cycles per second of an alternating quantity. Number of cycle per second of an AC. AC means alternating. Okay, alternating quantity. Okay, so it is denoted by F, that is the frequency F. Okay, and it's measured in hertz. It is measured in hertz or cycle per second. Okay, this is the definition of the frequency. Now, what is time period? Time period is nothing but the time taken of an alternating quantity to complete one cycle, that is one set of positive and negative half. So one set of positive and negative half together is called the cycle, and the time taken to complete one cycle is called the time period. Time taken for complete one cycle. So if you consider the DC component, the direct component, is there any term associated with the cycle? डीसी में कोई साइकिल बोल के कोई टर्म तुम बोल सकते हो? नहीं बोल सकते हो, क्योंकि साइकिल इज द वन, आई राइट इट, वन कंप्लीट सेट ऑफ पॉजिटिव एंड negative quantity. So as you see earlier that there is a no provision for the negative half in a direct DC car component, so that's why it is called the that is the cycle is not associated with the DC direct component. Okay, now what is amplitude? So time period is denoted by T is equal to 1 by F. So its units is time inverse is its dimension, and second inverse is its unit. Okay, now what is amplitude? What is amplitude? If this is an alternating quantity, if this is alternating quantity, the maximum value, this is the maximum value, so the maximum value of the negative or positive value the maximum positive or negative value of an alternating quantity is called amplitude. The maximum positive or negative value of AC is called its amplitude. Okay. Now what is phase? So phase and phase difference is we can discuss with help of a waveform. So this is our alternating component. You can take it as VA if it is voltage, if it is time. So this is VA T, and if you plot another quantity, this is nothing but the VB. Okay. So the phase of an alternating quantity, the phase of an alternating quantity is the time that has elapsed since the quantity has last passed through zero reference position. It means that in the previous slide, if you go the previous slide, when t is equal to 0, the phase of the alternating quantity is this. When t is equal to 1, at t is equal to 1, the phase is over here. At t is equal to 2, the phase is over here. So it becomes increasing with increase of time. So now if we consider the phase difference, then it is easily clear to you. That is, if this is a phi, and obviously phi is an angle, and you can plot another waveform like this. This is VC. So if this is phi and this is theta, all are the angle. How this displacement you can get? By increasing or decreasing the angle. If this angle is increased, the increment of the angle gives you the increment of the phase. So if VA starts from 0. So how can you represent VA? So VA can be represented as Vm sin omega t. So what that Vm is? Vm is the maximum value of VA. The VA is the waveform. The maximum value, that is the maximum value, is nothing but the amplitude. That is the maximum value is the amplitude. So Vm is the maximum value, that is the amplitude of the signal VA. And what is the omega t? It is nothing but the phase of an alternating component. Okay. So how can you represent VB? VB is nothing but the Vm sin omega t plus phi. How it is phi? And what is VC? VC is Vm sin omega t minus theta. How can you write it? Everybody should know this part. This is the most important part of the alternating current. This chapter, this is the most important part. So Vm is Vm, Va is equal to Vm sin omega t. I can say that why it is Vm sin omega t, because it starts from the 0. Now Vb is Vm sin omega t plus phi. So omega t plus phi is the phase, and Vm is the again maximum value of the Vb. So why I have write that is the omega t minus phi. If you clearly see that the phi is in this direction, in the left hand side, so we can write it as Vm sin omega t minus phi. But why we should write it as it is a phi? So taking a 0 as a reference, so when Va starts generating, at that time Vb already starts generating before some time, and it reaches its maximum value. Did you get my point? That when Va starts generating, at that time Vb already reaches its maximum value. And when Va is in maximum, at that time Vc starts generating, and if you plot this is like over here, so this is a minus. Did you get my point? When VA starts generating, at that time VV already starts and reaches to its maximum value. It means that VV starts generating before VA. VV starts generating before VA, as when VA starts generating, at that time VB reaches its maximum value, and when VA starts reach the maximum value, at that time VC starts generating. So VC is lagging. This is minus represents the lag and plus represents the lead. So we can say that VV is leading by angle phi with VA. VB is leading by angle phi with VA, and similarly we can say that VC is lagging by angle theta with VA. Did you get my point? When VA starts increasing, at that time VB reaches maximum position. That means the VB starts before VA, so VB is leading by an angle phi with VA, as VA is the reference quantity. Now if you consider VC, when VA reaches the maximum value, at that time VC starts increasing, so you can say that VC is lagging in nature with, if you take the reference as a VA. So these are the nothing but the phase. So VA is the, if you take the VA as reference phasor, so you can say that VB is the leading in nature by an angle of phi, and VC is the lagging in nature at an angle of theta. Okay, did you get it? Is there any problem? Square value, that is our supply voltage in our house. That is the root mean square value is the supply voltage. So what is that root mean square value? What is the physical interpretation of the root mean square, RMS? So you take one resistance R and you connect one alternating current source. So this is a R, so this is the V, M, whatever it is. So for that I current is flowing through this resistance, and if T is the time, that for time T, if I is flowing through the R, then the heat work done by R is what? I square RT, is it? I square RT. Now you have to generate this amount of heat in the same time. This amount of heat we have to generate this I square RT amount of heat in time T in same resistance R. The amount of DC required, the amount of DC required is the RMS quantity. So you have to produce that I square RT amount of heat in the same resistance in the same time, but one condition is there, that source can be replaced by what? By a DC battery. The amount of DC required is nothing but the RMS value of the quantity. So if you consider a graph and graph is like this. So if this is T and this is I, now you can divide that that total area, that total curve, into so many small part like this, and that m number of small part like this. So this width, if this is the total T, and if this is I1, this is I2, this is I3, I4 dot 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 dot, this is Im. So you have to divide the entire current in the m part, then each and every time for the every instant. This is one instant, that is the at t is equal to 1, time is equal to 1 second. If the current is at that instant, current is I1. If t is equal to 3 second, the current at that instant is I3. If t is equal to 6 second, the current is equal to I6. Like this, at t is equal to tm second, the current is Im. Then the width of the each instant is t by m. So entire path is t and is divided into m part. So each and every part should be t by m. Okay. So what is the work done in the different intervals? So work done by different interval is what? That is the I1 square r into t by m. Each and every part is, we can cut it, chop it in the equal interval, m number of equal interval. So each and every interval should be t by m. So I1 square r into t by m. Second one is I2 square r into t by m. Third one is I3 square into r into t by m, like this, up to Im square r into t by m is the individual work done. That is at time t is equal to 1 second. If the at that instant I is equal to I1, then the work done by that current is I1 square into r into t by m. Why t by m? You know, I think you get my point, that how it is each and every interval should be t by m. So what is the total work done? So total work done is equal to I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square plus dot 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 Im square by m into RT. Can we write it? This is nothing but the I square RT. You get my point? If the entire current is I, there is the I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus dot 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 plus Im is equal to capital I, then I square RT is the I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square plus dot 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 Im square by m into RT. Okay. So if you compare this, then I square is what? I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square plus dot 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 plus Im square by m. If you compare these two, RT and RT are same, so I square become this. So now IRMS root mean square, that is the I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square plus dot 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 plus Im square by m, that is the root. So this is nothing but I1 square plus I2 square plus I3 square dot 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 plus Im square is nothing but what? It is the by m is equal to mean value of I square, and this is the root under. So this is nothing but the mean value of the I square. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus dot 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 Im by m is the mean value of I. So here each and every part has square, so this is the mean value of the I square. So mean value of the I square, and there is a root associated with it. That's why it is called root mean then square. This is nothing but the physical interpretation of root mean square value. Okay, so we can say that I RMS is equal to 1 by T2 minus T1, the interval integration of T1 to T2 I square T dt. How this term come, I can tell in the next class, but the alternating quantity of the current, the RMS value of the alternating quantity can be represented by this. Now you can find the RMS value of AC. For that you can take one waveform, one simple voltage waveform like this. So if this is 0, this is pi, this is 2 pi. Okay, 360 degree means 2 pi, and at 3, if phasor, if a alternating quantity can complete 360 degree rotation, then you can say that it completes one cycle. So if this is V, then this is nothing but the Vm, the maximum value, is it? So this is a theta, because we are representing this line as pi 0, pi 2 pi. So this x-axis denotes the theta. So what is the expression for the V? If V is alternating in nature, then we can say that V is equal to Vm sine theta. How? Where 0 greater than, less than theta, less than 2 pi. Okay, theta is in between 0 to 2 pi. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. So what is Vrms? Is equal to, we have to integrate that part, 1 by 2 pi. We have to integrate it in a complete cycle. The complete cycle is 1 by 2 pi. Okay, so integration is 0 to pi. Here this is the 1 by T2 minus T1, that is the 2 pi minus 0 is the 2 pi. 1 by T2 minus T1 is nothing but the, here 1 by 2 pi minus 0, that is the 1 by 2 pi. The integration was T1 to T2, here the integration was 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so V square theta d theta, here T is nothing but the, in the, if you consider this one, then the waveform is like this, and this should be T, this should be T1, this should be T2. So T1 to T2, that is the T2 minus T1, here is the 2 pi minus 0. The integration is 0 to 2 pi. Okay, थीटा डी थीटा कोई आया है शायद, दिखाई दे रहा है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can represent it as 1 by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi. V is what? Vm sin omega t. So Vm square sin square theta d theta. Okay, so if you integrate it, I think you can know the basic of integration. So Vm is the maximum value, that is a constant. So Vm can be get outside from the integration part, that is Vm by 2 pi. Here it is 0 to 2 pi sin square theta d theta, that is Vm square by 2 pi 0 to 2 pi 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. All of you know this, na? D theta sin square theta का integration 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Okay, so if you put the value, that is the Vm by 2 pi, that is the if you put the 0 to 2 pi, that is the theta by 2 minus sin 2 theta by 2, 0 to 2 pi, you can write it. That is the integration of, that is the theta by 2 and the cos 2 theta का integration है sin 2 theta by 2. I think it is 4. Sin 2 theta by 2 and 2 is there, that's why it is a 4. Okay, got it? Now that is the is a Vm square by 2 pi. Here it is, if you put 2 pi, so 2 pi by 2, then 0 by 2 is the 0 minus 0. Again sin 2 into 2 pi, that is the 4 pi by 4 means the sin pi, sin 40 माने 0 minus sin 0, that is the plus 0. आया समझ में क्या किया? Is the theta by 2, that is the first put 2 pi by 2, that is the theta is 2 pi by 2 minus, here if you put the 0, the 0 by 2 is 0. Again sin 2 theta by 2, sin 2 into 2 pi, so 4 pi by 4 means sin 4 pi by 4 means sin pi means sin 180, sin 180 is 0, and again sin 0 by 4 is obviously 0. So it is become root under Vm square by 2 pi into 2 pi by 2, pi to pi cancel out, it is the Vm square by 2, that is the, if you calculate it, it becomes Vm by root 2. If you can take Vm as 1, then it is 1, that is the maximum value is 1, because sin theta is max when it is 1. So Vm is 1 by root 2, that is the 0.707 Vm. It is the exact RMS value, the calculation of the RMS value. Okay, so one thing you should keep it on your mind, that the ratio peak or amplitude factor is the ratio of maximum value to the RMS value. That is the peak factor, that is the Kp, is the max value by RMS value, that is the Vm by root 2, that is the root 2. Okay, I think is there any confusion for today's class? Is there any confusion?
No, sir.
Okay.
नमस्कार.
Okay, so today we will take the class for that RMS value and the basics of alternating current. In the next day, we shall start the average value and the other small concept of the alternating current. After 2 or 3 class, we shall study our RLC and RLC, all these things. Okay, so আজকের ক্লাসটা এই পর্যন্ত থাকবো নাকি? Today's class is up to this. See you in the next class.